I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving. We making movies, moving. I get the chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am unbothered. I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot. Who me?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 23-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 29, Tua. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 62 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. One more time with Mostert. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, and it's caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in. and getting points on the board right away.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Throwing Jones.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 58 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, 29 yards. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go.
Tua sets up to pass it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. After 1, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
On gain of 6. That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 86 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, it's Taylor.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go, back.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-to-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
They tried to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here's Mostert.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical in the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. 118 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brings up second down.
Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Looking to throw on second down. Jones airing it out deep for Woods. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. To the 22-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. And some space here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. Coming up on a second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Tua. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Dolphins continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Jones eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor. A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones.
They'll check this one down to Taylor.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining. They say burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got Fuller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Jones now throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to it.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 79 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. From the gun, and he coughed it up, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point. Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top. Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
was past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got him in. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jones throwing on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now Jones on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he goes out right around the 39. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Tua now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll get in for the 2 points as they'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You got to have the football back.
Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, 43 yards.
And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught at the 25.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
A big play there for Indy. 48 yards.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Back to throw again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 18-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point. On the road, no less, in the wild card round. And Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing Jones. And Woods has it complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Colts.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line.
He's got him in. Complete. There he goes left side. The 20. Touchdown Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 96 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round.